Hello and welcome to our viewers on ASI News Broadcast, bringing you the latest top news for today. Missouri National Guard troops ordered to Ferguson. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon signed an executive order early Monday morning authorizing the deployment of National Guard units to the town of Ferguson amid continued public protest and outrage spurred by the killing of Michael Brown, an unarmed 18-year-old black man, by Darren Wilson, a white police officer, on August 9th. In a statement, Nixon said the soldiers were now necessary to restore peace and order and protect residents from the violent criminal acts of an organized and growing number of individuals who have emerged growing community protests that have forcefully challenged a pattern of police violence in the St. Louis suburb while gaining national attention. Following more than a week of growing protests, a nightly curfew was imposed Saturday by the governor's office, which served to fuel dissent and anger as residents and others said their right to peaceably assemble and voice their grievances were being attacked. On Sunday, the results from a private autopsy performed on Mr. Brown confirmed that the young man had been shot 6 times, twice in the head. The Department of Justice is among those now investigating the events that led up to the shooting. Monday morning's announcement by the governor came directly after the most violent confrontations to date between people in the street and police officers, hundreds of whom patrolled downtown Ferguson in riot gear on Sunday evening. Despite the midnight to 5 a.m. curfew, a large public protest was staged during the evening by Ferguson residents, joined by others who traveled in order to voice their concern over the pattern of police violence against members of poor and minority communities nationwide. According to some reports, the demonstrations turned violent when provocateurs in the crowd threw Molotov cocktails and attempts were made to overrun local businesses as well as a police command center located at an area shopping center. Gunshots were also reported coming from the crowd. However, aspects of those reports, many of them based on comments from police officials, were disputed by other witnesses. As The Guardian reports, police launched their first barrage of gas and smoke at about 9 p.m. on Sunday after fearing an advance on their command post in a mall car park just south of the center of the clashes by a largely peaceful protest march, according to State Highway Patrol Captain Ron Johnson. He said several Molotov cocktails were thrown by those taking part in the march, which included children. This was sharply disputed. "You need to pull these officers back," Renita Lampkin, an Episcopal pastor who has been trying to control the protests, told the police chief by phone as tear gas fell on the march. "There were no Molotov cocktails," she said. An unrelated shooting about 20 minutes later outside a branch of McDonald's prompted a stampede of people down West Florissant Avenue, the main road where conflict has flared since Brown was killed. Almost immediately, police deployed more gas and smoke grenades. Stay with us on ASI News Broadcast with all the latest news from the U.S. brought to you from the American Studies Institute from Tehran. You can also check out our website at www.asipress.us. Thanks for watching.